Waldner from Sweden.
What a match to look forward to. The quarter-final of the men's singles here in Eindhoven at the 1999 Norway World Table Tennis Championships. And two of the greatest players of all time on show. Two former world champions. On screen there, Linghui, world champion in 1995. And there we have Sweden's Jan-Ove Waldner, two times world champion, 1997, beating Samsonov in the final, 1989, beating teammate Jürgen Persson in the final, and in 1992 in Barcelona, the Olympic champion beating Jean-Philippe Gatien in the final, and the European champion in 1996. So all three major titles, world, European and Olympic, to the Swedish player Jan-Ove Waldner. My name is Don Parker. Sat next to me, former Swedish world champion Stellan Bengtsson. Difficult for you not to be a little bit biased here, Stellan. One of your fellow Swedish players in the final, but how do you see the final going? Sorry, the quarter-final going.
Head-to-head, Waldner, psychological advantage, winning 6-2. Kong, playing Waldner, has a little bit problem reading Waldner's serve. If Kong can read the serves good, mixes receives, get the ball in play, he has a chance to beat Waldner. Waldner maybe not up to now, the last year and a half, reaching the same standard as he did in Manchester. But one thing I've learned through the years, always count on Waldner when it comes to World Championships.
Let's start again, please. Love all.
So, Waldner to serve in the first game, best of 5. That's a great start.
One love.
Waldner stepping away from the table, spraying the ball around the table.
Love. 2-1.
At the last World Championships, Linghui lost in the semi-final 3-1 to Vladimir Samsonov, who then of course went on to lose in the final to Waldner. And indeed, Stellan, as you say, 2 years ago people were writing off Jan-Ove Waldner, but I think one of the finest performances I've ever seen in that final. Totally destroyed Samsonov, and that's no disrespect to Samsonov, who played some fantastic table tennis throughout those World Championships, but an amazing display by Jan-Ove Waldner in that particular final.
3-all.
Yes, of course, 21-0 sets, games in the championship, undeniable.
3-5.
Quite interesting, Stellan. This is the first time that the World Championships have been split, and by that I mean traditionally 5 days, 6 days of team event, players playing in teams of 3. First team to win 3, 4, 5 sets, depends on the system, but nevertheless 5, 6 hard days of competition, a one-day break, and then into the individual event. This season, for unforeseen circumstances, the Kosovo crisis, and the tournament comes to be rearranged. It's been split. Team event will take place early in the new year in Malaysia, and so consequently here in Eindhoven it's just the individual events, and that actually could favour Waldner, I feel.
Yes, of course, having big responsibility for his country, Sweden, have to play a lot,
5-6.
wearing him down a little bit. Here, concentrating only for the singles, he's fresh. So it could be an advantage.
I can remember not that long ago, Stellan, you playing in the team event. I think winning something like 18 out of 19 in the individual in the team, and then of course losing to Demoskov quite early in the singles. And I'm sure it was your efforts in the team event that took its toll when it came to the individual event.
Waldner looking quite relaxed, staying up with his backhand. Some matches, previous months, been backing up a little bit too much, not being able to have this backhand smash.
能不能争取多拿些分？
8-9。
比分是9比8，个人发球仅仅发了2个。
9-all.
All square, 9-all. First game.
快多拿些分。
Backhand down the line from Linghui.
争取这一轮发球赢个4比1，这样的话快点把比分。
Just that little bit of extra wrist to give it the extra pace.
仍然没有失
There,
平
the service slightly long. Waldner very quick to capitalise. Great forehand down the line.
Starting over the table, can topspin that ball very hard.
Net.
The half-long serve.
Fantastic shot. Round. First one on the diagonal. Second one down the line. Spraying it around the table.
12-10.
这球插网有点意外。
12-11.
Chance to make the topspin.
11比12。
Waldner, one of the
瓦德纳
greatest servers in the world. Tends to use the forehand service, high toss, shields the point of contact, free arm, very difficult to read the spin.
能够赢下来，在下一轮发球里边。
Now with his final service in this sequence of 5, the score is level at 12-all. Great shot.
没有，又是一个擦边球。
Assisted
对
very
瓦
much
德
by
纳
that
来
edge.
说，擦网一擦边已经是2个幸运球了。看孔令辉发球怎么样？
Great backhand down the line. Stellan, he looks quite relaxed. Playing strong top spins, backhand and forehand.
Good split vision, seeing Kong moving over a little bit too soon.
12-15.
Enormous power on that backhand. Elbow very far in front.
Almost that backhand down the line from Waldner. But it was a very good topspin, good service. The ball popped up. Very powerful forehand topspin from Linghui.
Kong making the reversed service with his backhand. Again.
Kept the topspin very low, Kong. Waldner hit the ball there. It's below the level of the table. That's a good return. And now Waldner with his serves to come. Leads 16-14.
比分是6比4领先的瓦德纳。
Amazing stuff from Kong. Chopping the ball. Fast counter loop towards the body.
现在比分是15-16。
Great
now Kong's reading the service very well.
在中局里边
Waldner
有一
doesn't
点
have
点变
that
化，
much advantage
不像开局的时候
up to
不如
now in
3
his
比 2
own。service.
Again, as you say, Stellan, that's 3 points against the service. I suspect many hours spent analysing the Waldner service
正常3比2，
camps in Beijing.
能不能再扩大局面？
It's very hard to analyze Waldner's service though, changing his throw, his movement
最后
constantly,
一个球，
changing the placement on the table.
Good service.
正常的范围内，
A little bit of topspin.
应该是
Ball popped up. Great forehand topspin on the diagonal into the backhand of Kong.
接发球当
And
中
we have a
多
very
赢了一个，
interesting
所以
situation.
这个
Waldner
发球
leads by 1 point,
虽然多输一
17-18.
个，但是
But Kong has the advantage of
这
service.
个是领先的，18个，这是教练。最后5个
Now
发球
arguably Kong with a
18平
slight advantage, 18-all. But Kong serving. Waldner missing the opportunity to make the forehand topspin down the line.
2个19-18。
Two extremes, the flick wide to the backhand. There we see the flick, and then the forehand wide to the forehand.
都很接近。
19-all.
我看看我会这2个的发球能不能争取拿下来。
Great return by Waldner.
20.
Just touched the ball very tight, very close to the edge of the
遗
table.
憾这个球
Game point. Just misses the forehand top down the line. Millimetres away from taking that first game. And it's 20-all.
是瑞典队的教练卡尔松，
Waldner.
Carlson in the
比
corner,
赛的，
former world
现在
doubles champion.
比分非常接近。
Two clear points now. First player to make. Alternate serving. Waldner to serve first. Waldner very quick. Acknowledge the net.
的确是有一点点运气，因为
21 Kong.
大家的技战术
Topspin to topspin rally. Waldner comes out on top. Kong now with the advantage of service, but facing a game point. And that was a great return of service, the long push, inviting the topspin. Here we see the return, the long push, inviting the counter topspin first into the backhand, wide to the forehand. And it's the first game to Jan-Ove Waldner, 22-20. A great start by the current world champion. And so, first game to Jan-Ove Waldner, 22-20. Waldner over in the corner, taking advice from his coach, Kicken Carlson. Sat next to me, Swedish former world champion, Stellan Bengtsson, commentating in English, translating German for me. And now I'm going to ask him the easy task of translating his own native language to the advice Waldner was receiving there, Stellan.
They were speaking that Waldner should try to come around as much as possible because Kong hasn't played down the line with his backhand as much as they thought. On the other hand, Waldner should try to play his backhand down the line himself because Kong is going over sometimes also a little bit early. It's a marvelous first set for both players.
A great insight there, though, from Stellan Bengtsson as to the tactics. The advice being given out by Kicken Carlson to the current world champion. And as Stellan said, a magnificent first game. Great start to this quarter-final. But it's Linghui who's made the start in the second game. He now leads 4-1.
Kong is taking the pace down a little bit on his first loop, especially towards the backhand of Waldner.
1-5.
因为瓦德呢经常有大起大落的现象，
1-6.
所以要抓住这个机会，不能轻
Long
易的
fast service,
10
a
分。
little too long.
7比，
1-7.
第一轮自己发球，
Bad start by
第一轮
Waldner,
发球
having
的时
said
候
that.
赢了4个，
Excellent
这个接发
tactics
球又赢了3
from
个，
Linghui.
是不错，开局开得很好。
2-7.
Even though Kong lost the first set, deuce, I felt that he was reading the
在目
serves
前的
very
情况之
well.
下呢，比分是成为了2比7。这个推挡方面呢，鲁明辉这一板是变现变得相当漂亮，而且打得很结实。
See it here. Off the bounce, straight down the line. Waldner with no chance.
Kong moving the ball, very smart. One to the back and one to the middle. If Waldner steps around, try to play it down the line.
9-3.
这个开局很明显的看到瓦德呢位失误很多，
9-3.
那么肯定了。这个落点觉得很好，到位。迫使瓦德呢
Bearing in mind we're talking about one of the all-time greats, if not the all-time great, in Jan-Ove Waldner. Of course, in your time, Stellan, table tennis wasn't in the Olympic Games, so difficult to win the Olympic
好
title.
像在反
That's
手
not
的推
on,
挡方面
on
呢，
the
鲁明辉
program.
在最近的这一
Nevertheless,
段时间比
Waldner,
赛当中呢是占了一点上风。
if he has
他
a
的变
weakness,
现
and I
非常
hesitate
的
to
灵
talk
畅。
about Waldner and weaknesses, it's possibly in the psychological area. Sometimes just loses his focus a little bit. Possibly at the beginning of this game, got the first game under his belt.
Waldner.
It might look that way. Waldner's always playing very
会
relaxed.
啊占一些上风。
So when his timing is not 100%, it may look as if he's unconcentrated.
5比
But
11
I'm sure in a match like this, he doesn't go down. King Kong
5-4.
showed very determined play here, reading the serves, excellent tactics.
6-4.
这个发球呢还是非常具
Looking
有技
over
巧
at
性，
the
而且很劲王。
spectators,
那么在
can't see
旋
an
转的
empty
情况之
seat.
下
Of
呢，
course, a
会
few
连
empty
接起
seats
来。
in the
这次有
competitors'
帅哥
area.
的接球的时候是出现了失误。7 比
Certainly
12。
in the spectator part of the arena, filled to absolute capacity. Enjoying a great game. The current world champion
必须抓住他
and
的
the
机
former
会，
world champion.
扩大自己的战局。因为瓦德呢经常是
Kong
起伏比
Linghui
较大，
leading
赢
13-7.
的赢一串，输也会输一串。
Second game, Waldner won the first game. 22-20.
哦，想变现，但是没有拉过来。
13-8.
Excellent
从
back
这
and play
个
by
回
both
合当中呢，
players,
我们看到瓦尔
moving
德
the
奈
ball
的这个
around.
反拍的
Waldner
推
finding
挡
the
技术呢
middle.
也是非常的扎实。
Fantastic play. 1 minute thought one player won the point, then the other,
想
and
办
then
法
the
制
other.
服对方。我想在
Kong
目
who
前的情
eventually
况
won
之下，
it.
由于年龄的关系，
He
可能
now
瓦尔
leads
德奈尔
14.
在这个速度方面，如果跟孔令辉相比的话，可能会稍微吃亏一点。
肯定了。
15-9.
但是第一局的比赛呢，瓦德奈将
Waldner has his 5 serves to come after these 2 services.
对。
14-10.
这一段相持当中呢，看到
This time Waldner taking the pace down in the back and
对
play,
方在对的时候呢，有点挺深，
forcing Kong
的有一定的
an
节奏
error.。
在没有发上力的时候，这种侧
Chinese
身
coach looking very
对
calm.
于自己来讲，总的情
But then
况
again,
呢
that's the
并
job
不
of
是
the
很有力，
coach.
后来又往回走了，这样的话自己移动不好。
Waldner disappointed there. The service came long. Good opportunity to get in, take the initiative.
在目前呢，瓦尔德奈尔好像对自己刚才的这个失误呢，觉得非常的遗憾，一直是皱着眉头。
The Waldner service to come.
这发球，
10-6.
对拉一个
Possibilities with that
斜线的时
forehand
候
from the
呢，
backhand
是发
side.
出了
Overhit.
台边，16比10。
Great topspin. Very difficult to predict where Waldner's going to hit the ball.
关键的时候呢，
Changing the wrist angle all the
能
time.
不能把
Spraying
这
the
个比
ball
分带
around
到
the
尾
table.
局去？
11比16。
There, his wrist coming around the outside of the ball.
这一球呢，我们看到这个瓦尔德纳尔在目前的情况之下呢，这个提拉的直线呢还是打得比较正确。
12-16. That's an excellent return of service, as you say, Stella, the difference between
12比
the last
17。
time we saw them play. Kong's return of serve, excellent so far.
这个球很明显，因为是推到对方的反手位，而且比较近身一点，所以瓦尔德纳尔在起拍的时候是有点问题了。
He'll be delighted with that. Now puts it in a very strong position, 18-12 and serving.
这局应该是拿下来。
Heavy backspin. Waldner pushing the ball in the net. 19-12.
19-13.
The backhand down the line. Again, backhand down the line. This time just catching the top of the net. Short return. One on the diagonal, one down the line. And there it is, the second game to Kong Linghui. 21-13. It's now one game all. And everything still to play for in this men's singles quarter-final between two world champions.
这个速度要一定要跟上去。
现在
包括正手的位置，
双方的运动员，我听听教练怎么说。
往前靠。
Putting a number on the back of his shirt. He's going to change shirts. Very hot, humid out there. There we go, changing the shirts. Good idea. Waldner doing exactly the same at the other end of the table. Coaches taking the opportunity to pass on advice while all the repairs are taking place.
领会的教练尹潇，并没有更多的话去跟他多讲一位教练对他的。 技战术的运用还有信任的程度，应该是没什么问题。仅仅是讲了，华登一位比较大，一个面不是很强。
Swedish player listening to the advice. Anything different this time, Stella?
Not really. Waldner was saying he came wrong into the game, being 1-7 down. Middle of the set I felt was okay, but he was too far behind. Otherwise disturbing him, playing a little bit more aggressive. First ball not too soft, and that clean play, open play, a little bit more aggressive.
通过在比赛当中调整了自己的情绪，再看孔令辉的情绪
So one game all.
应该要稳定一些。
Waldner to serve.
更好。
The ball.
Net.
Start there, good positive start by Waldner. Service followed in with the topspin.
Lots of backspin on that one.
Great use of the wrist, cutting viciously underneath the ball.
That's the thing that Waldner's service tactic has changed last 4 or 5 years, using a little bit more backspin. If it jumps long, meaning the opponent must spin it up, and then he can go. Before using more side spin, top spin, that goes long, jumps up, easier to play fast loop.
Great service, top spin, misread.
好像有点擦边球。
Excellent forehand topspin down the line. And this time it's Waldner who makes the good start.
1比4。
1-4.
这一轮的
Again, Kong there, great use of the wrist, cutting under the ball. This time, good return from Waldner. Heavy backspin on the push return.
对，在第一轮接发球显然有点吃亏，现在最后还有2个的自己发球权。这个球
takes the long backspin serve with his forehand, throws it up deep to the backhand of Kong.
3比6。
Kong over hits. 3-6. Good play there by Waldner. Good play by Waldner. Spins it on the forehand, then the flat hit on the backhand. Kong makes all the right adjustments to his bat angle.
稍稍的有一点吃亏，但是还不要紧，还可以在中局当中不断的调整。
After the first 10 points, leads 6-4.
Impressive footwork. Waldner is not known for having a great footwork, maybe, but it's unbelievably fast.
接发球是一个方面，另外在处理接球的时候要小出手要小动作，用腰，快冲不要发死力，这样的话对还原下一板的相持球会有好一些。这个速度还不够出现，或者还不够低。
Great backhand. Again, an excellent backhand this time. A little bit more topspin.
这种情况下要
into the backhand of Kong.
手了。
Great service, the long fast topspin serve into the forehand, then the block down the line.
在孔令辉接完以后，而且没有积极的上手，这是一个
variation in the serve.
被动的而且是的。
Backhand, spin the ball up a little bit more, not quite as much speed as the previous backhand. Still very deep, a lot of spin. And Waldner now with a 7-point lead. Kong reading the spins well. Very easy to make an error on that backspin, especially when it was so low and tight over the net. The short push. Waldner will be reasonably happy there. 2 points out of the 5 on Kong's service. Taking 4 out of 5 on his serve. And now he has his 5 serves to come. And again, I'm sure looking for 4 of these 5 points. But that's not a good start. Now needs all 4 to keep on target. That's a great forehand topspin down the line.
接发球当中呢，显然就有一点。
Playing very aggressive table tennis, Stellan.
Yes, he doesn't allow Kong to take any first top spins, especially when Waldner serving. Has to rely on reactions. Very good anticipation here, though.
相持当中呢，反手的力量打不出来，有没有些节奏变化
？Important point, as indeed they all are.
所以呢，这个环节显得比较被动。
Threw the ball up a little bit higher. Always a little bit more difficult to make the fast top spin off the bounce when the ball's got a higher trajectory.
这轮发球是不是从
Heavy spin.
精神上要有一些突破、改变，要压住华登那儿。
12-14. Sense that Kong fighting his way back. Waldner led 10-5. Assisted by top of the net. Waldner the first to show acknowledgement of that fight. There we go. 1 back for Kong. His forehand catching the edge. Great play. Topspin encounter. And this is a big point.
基本上都是在角度。那么这一轮的发球还是不错。
Kong 14-15.
兵的发挥能把比分连赢4个，属于一个现在比分是15平。
3/4 of the way through this third game, it's a one-game all and 15 all.
带到了中局，我们看到瓦德呢有变化，会怎么应付这
Sorry,
种
here
变化？
we really feel that the
在
server has
接
an
发球当
advantage.
中抢到主动。 现在看来，
Good chance
领会
for Kong
压
there,
反手的时候呢，
spinning
要
the
不
half
就
long
力量
serve.
压得很快很大，要不就变线
Didn't。step around far enough.
这样的话呢，
Two
可以做一
impressive
种
points
调
by
动。
Kong in that he's looking to
显得瓦尔登呢，因为
take
他
the
本
initiative
身
when he
跑
can.
步伐已经比较慢
I'm
了。
sure we're going to see Waldner here looking to play a strong topspin behind the service.
16平。
Great deception. A lot of topspin on the ball.
旋转比较强。
Kong pushing it, misreading the spin. Again, the topspin service. Camera angle, quite easy to pick up. Remember, Kong,
是否对龚琳辉有些影
very
响呢？
difficult for him to
因为
see
一个
the
旋
point
转
of
强，一个
contact.
倒退，一个
Waldner
马上跑。
uses the free arm quite legally, of course, to shield the point of contact. And that's a great service and third ball attack. There's the service. And then top spin, the wrist coming around the outside of the ball, putting side spin.
要对龚琳辉在下一轮的发球当中
Fantastic shot under a lot of pressure.
有所考验。
Waldner takes 4 out of the 5 points with his service, but now Kong with his 5 serves to come. Crucial point, great topspin down the line. Waldner now 4 game points in this third game. 1 game all. Wonderful shot, side spin block from Kong. Waldner no choice but to make the backspin.
明显的一个节奏的变化。
Wide into the
这个
Waldner
节奏变
backhand
化是在
from Kong.
相持当中找出来的。
First game point saved. Second point saved. Second game point saved. 2 more remaining for Waldner.
18比20。
There it is.
21比18。
Jan Ove Waldner takes the third game. 21-18. And he now wins, or leads I should say, by 2 games to 1. And again, Waldner taking the opportunity to change shirts.
现在听听李霄教练怎么讲。
A little bit disappointed there, 10-5 down, came back to 15 all. Then from 15 all found
德罗
himself
在谈话当中
16
还
down,
谈到他的
losing
接发球问题，
21-18.
可以说是老生常谈了。
Waldner taking the fluids on board, absolutely vital.
Fötterna springa mycket.
And
Så här börjar han liksom, la han kort på
dehydration,
det,
quite
det var
simply,
inte
will
va?
lose.
Det innebär att skottet var gångt rätt. La han halvlång så var det bra och låga loopar bara för det kom rätt. Va? Och sen då att du kommer runt efter egen serve och runt i backarna. Det funkar också. Va?
Sitting next to me, Stellan Bengtsson, listening to Tickon Carlson now, giving advice to Waldner.
再看看龚琳辉，
Anything different, Stellan?
Not really. Speaking a lot about his feet, has to move in. Kong playing short receive, has to step around. Kong's receives are half long or hesitated. Otherwise, stay aggressive, keep the initiative, don't let Kong come. Quality of play, third set, very, very high.
关键的时候老糙啊，
Enormous
实际上
speed
整
of
个
the
比赛
ball.
当中15平是起到一个很大的变化，是由瓦尔登那发球赢了4个，输1个，这样一下子把比分给带开了。然后
Come on now.
I don't understand much Swedish, but
要
I
连赢5
suspected
个，
that was
为这
the
个局面
translation.
却容易。那中环3局的比赛，第一局是22比20，
So,
13比21，现在21比18。
await with great anticipation the start of this fourth game. Kong serving. The last time he served at the beginning of the second, he went into a 7-1 lead. It's the first point of this fourth game. Great topspin from Waldner, step round the backhand. Played the more difficult line, down the line as opposed to the diagonal. And again, fantastic shot. The smallest margin for error possible. But Waldner goes for it, makes it. And now leads by 2 points to 1. And there, neither player budging an inch. Waldner step round. Just missed the forehand. Lovely backhand topspin from Linghui. Very relaxed. Elbow, wrist. Takes the ball early. And so Waldner 2-3. Heavy backspin. Kong actually just beginning to make a few mistakes on return of serve. Made a few at the end of that fourth game.
Ball never more active, stepping around more often than Kong.
现在比分是5-4，龚林辉领先。这样的话，没办法。
The shot Waldner has developed, improved most over the last 4 or 5 years. His backhand topspin almost as fast as his forehand. Means first ball doesn't have to step around all the time.
Just missing the backhand down the line.
没有任何主动，又觉得自己发球抢攻不了。
Sorry, we heard from Waldner. His backhand topspin just catching the edge of the table. Scores level, 6-all. Waldner leads 2 games to 1. Kong lifting what he thought was a lot of backspin. Not as much as he thought. The ball off the end of the table. Great rally there. Waldner did a great backhand down the line. A winner against 99% of players. Kong quick across, makes the forehand and recovers to win the point. 7-all. Comes the backhand. Waldner the winner.
看不出龚林辉有转进攻的机会。现在比分是8-7。目前仍然是
2 Swedish players in the quarterfinal. Stellan satisfied?
的接发球。
Yes, of course. Standards very, very high for table tennis today.
这套战术是非常有利的。
2 out of 8, very good.
对，你看2个球能赢下来的这种球就很明显。
Again, the backhand down the line.
先
This
让
time just missing.
正手的球，再回到反手，
And
这样子
Kong
就比较好。
1 point in the lead, 8-9. Kong just slowing it down, putting more topspin on the ball. 8-10.
8-8。
Heavy backspin, great use of the wrist, cutting underneath the ball. Very sporting there, Waldner. Saw sweat on Kong's back. Lets him know. Wipes it off. Again, 2 of the greatest sportsmen in the game today. And this fourth game At the halfway stage, 10-all.
Kong won that service sequence though, 3-2.
Combination, backhand, forehand, both down the forehand side. Great stuff. The backhand, this time Kong taking the playing down the line. There it is. That much improved backhand of Waldner. Very relaxed, fast accelerating arm.
打开箱旗，对反手呢几乎很少变现在转进攻，都是在对反手的中间反手。
Waldner now leading 12-11. The umpire
有没有
cleaning the table?
节奏上的变化，所以在箱持球当中还是找不到突破点。
Kong coming around the outside of the ball, pulling side spin on. Taking it wide to Waldner's forehand and levelling the scores at 12-all. So Waldner 12-13 down, but with the advantage of his 5 serves to come. Fantastic service there, good use of the wrist, service slightly long.
洪令辉在吊右压的球当中完成过去以后，基本上都得分的。
1995 world champion. Attacks, Waldner. You can do it, I can do it. Again, using the wrist, the outside of the ball, side.
这个发球这个环节当中
Pressure on Kong now. Knows Waldner has to serve in the end.
多拿些分。
The set.
That's a wonderful backhand, taken off the bounce.
球当中呢，这种比较积极主动的
Table tennis at the highest level possible being played here. It's almost a shame that one has to lose. One thing for sure is that we're going to have a winner.
因为接发球呢，
It's going to be
被动，现在马上
very
改
difficult
过来，
Net.
这种球不容易。 务必在
His
箱持
backhand
球
there
当中
punched.
打开自己的
Came
信心。
through very
上
flat.
次挖的呢是个弱项。
Kong had to lift, he did, but not enough.
18-15。
18-15. Could have been slightly long there. Waldner to prevent the topspin, but he didn't. Chose to push. There's a point there. Always possible to take 4 out of 5 on the serves, but now
没有意外的
Waldner
话，
has to take all 5.
是拿下这一局。
Difficult task. That's the first one though. 1 game point saved, 4 more to save.
26。
2 saved.
球处理当中要稍微的加强
3 more
一
to
点
save.
呢，
Great forehand, great serve.
是比较
And then the top spin.
紧，打不开。
17-20. Heavy backspin cutting underneath the ball.
时候呢
3 match points, sorry, game points saved.
就比较麻烦了，
2
因
more
为
to save. 18-20.
发球权在瓦德人手上。
Incredible stuff here in Eindhoven. 4 game points saved.
20-19。
Waldner with the final service in this sequence, 19-20. What a fantastic return under pressure. The backhand straight down the line. 4th game to Kong, 21-19. And the score's now level at 2 games all. Men's singles quarter-final. Linghui, Waldner, Kong Linghui, 2 games all. a match of the highest quality of table tennis possible. And at this point in time, impossible to predict who's going to win. But having said that, I'm going to ask my co-commentator to make his prediction, former world champion Stellan Bengtsson.
Thank you. I thought Kong showed very much courage, flicking the last serve, having lost 4 game points, reading the spin, making the down-the-line backhand flick in that sequence. Very, very strong mental. He would use that feeling when he goes into the final game. On the other hand, I have learned, as I said before, never to write off Waldner, so it's impossible to predict.
Diplomat to the end, Stellan Bengtsson, but I totally agree with his sentiments. You can never bet against this man. Many would say the finest player ever, but he's up against Linghui, player in great shape, quite a few years younger.
His record of
undeniable. 4 times in World Championship finals, winning 2, losing 2. Olympic champion.
Fantastic play by Waldner there. Topspin from Linghui caught the net, as we see there. It looked very comfortable, but the adjustment to accommodate that net was quite incredible.
Determination there. That was one thing that Carlsen said in the break for the 5th. If you're going to make that backhand push, stay close.
Waldner returns the ball off the top of the net, keeps it tight, but unfortunately for him, he loses the point, 2-all. Another batsman on the ball as Kong thought.
比分3-2，第1轮的正常发球。
But of course, Kong
在那儿领先。
now with his serves to come.
洪令辉发球。
这一球呢，我们可以看到是孔令辉的反手在接对方的这个反手
to the backhand of Kong. No spin or very little spin, and the variation wins him the point.
漂亮。 发球以后一侧，完了一个直线，而且是直线很刁，刚刚是在台边一点点的位置上。
One going completely the opposite corner.
射停，看看最后2个发球能不能够扩大自己的局面。
到远台的地方在处理这个球了，而他也想拉一板的时候呢，拉空掉了。4比5。
5-4, 5th and final game.
这个非常漂亮，其实是孔令辉启动，而瓦尔德纳追打他的身后。
down the line. There we see topspin ball kicks off the table, caught the top edge. Kong Linghui's bat.
这个比赛在目前分数是咬得相当的紧。
5th and final game.
Net.
Again, it was the higher ball from Waldner, threw it up. A little bit of extra height, not as much spin.
变现的欲望。
Kong's backhand into the net.
对他的球呢，在目前情况之下不能太软，能给对方拿到这种机会。虽然是年龄大，而且移动慢，但是一旦他拿到机会呢，他也是打得很凶的。
And so far, 2 out of 2 from this sequence of 5. And then the fast top spin into the middle of the table. Impossible to tell where Waldner's going to play his next shot. Great use of the wrist. Last minute or last second changes in direction. This time, heavy top spin into the backhand of Kong. Great variation. 4 out of 4. And now, the final in this sequence of 5. There it is, 5 out of 5. Players change ends. First player to reach 10 in the deciding game. Players change ends. And from 5 all. Waldner goes 10-5 in the lead in the 5th and final game. Kong, of course, now with his 5 serves. Can he emulate Waldner's last sequence and take all 5 points?
这个瑞典的教练呢是圆瞪着双眼，而且拼命的在喝水，
Amazing stuff here from
平
Waldner.
复一下自己紧张的心。
Kong doesn't know where the first attack is coming.
彭辉的发球局，他刚才也是拿下1分，6-10。
For Kong. And the second.
尽管的短球之后呢，是一个长球，10-7。
Backhand top spin from Kong. Wins him the point. 3 out of 3. So he's 3/5 of the way to emulating Waldner's last 5 serves.
8-11.
Important point for Waldner. Breaks the run of Kong Linghui.
这5支球当中，可能会变现就太少。
8-11. Great reaction from Waldner. Anticipated the fast top spin down the forehand. Moved across. Forehand block on the diagonal. Having lost the first 3 points in that service sequence, took the last 2. Now leads 12-8. And with his 5 serves to come, Tikan Carlson looking on. Backspin. Kong into the net, 13-8. Fantastic forehand down the line, 14-8. The last 7 points with service, all going to Waldner. Great backhand down the line. Waldner didn't do a lot wrong.
好球的是在相持当中能够多变现
14-9.
一些。 10-14，孔令辉仍然
Kong throwing the ball up, not as much top spin. Deep into Waldner's backhand. 14-10.
好球，就是应该要这样打。可以看到，在一变线的时候呢，这个瓦尔德奈尔的启动绝对是慢，而且这个能力呢也相对的来讲会难一些。
3 very important points indeed. Great courage from
全场可以看到这个观众呢也不知道是在为谁加油，在目前的这个场上的气氛呢是非常的激烈。
Excellent flick there. Came through very flat.
但是老将毕竟是老将，瓦尔德奈尔还是非常有经验。
11-15.
那是一波。
Wonderful table tennis, very fluid, both players, great to watch.
用这个战术是可以的，但是一定要有力量或者有速度。
Strong on the backhand, strong on the forehand. 12-15. Slightly too high. Here we see Kong going in behind the service, good top spin to the middle of the table. 13-15.
机会球在对方回球的时候，其实已经犹豫了。瓦尔德奈尔这样这个搓球呢，反而是被孔令辉这个反板一压呢，压出了界。很可惜的1分，16-13，打得很 很辛苦。
The last service in this sequence of 5 for Kong. Very spinny backhand.
而这个时候呢，
A
瓦
lot
尔
of
德
topspin
呢
on the
是
ball.
出现了
Kong
一次
pushed up
失
the
误，
back of it. Fast accelerating
两人
wrist.
之间呢只差2分。
Waldner
今
now
天的比赛呢，这
16-14.
个到第5局，
5
真是
serves
令
to
人
come, but of
提了
course
一
it
口
will be
气。
Kong who serves at the end of this 5th game. So here we go, Waldner's final 5 serves of this quarter-final. And the first one to great
因
effect.
为其实非常可惜啊，有机会的时候，往
Outright
往
winner,
但是好像似
17-14.
乎没抓住。
Fantastic top spin, invited
如果这样打的话
Kong
呢，后
top
面
spin,
的
the
状况非
service
常的
long,
危险。
the top spin, and what a wonderful shot straight down the line. Kong, no chance whatsoever, 18-14. Wonderful touch there from Kong.
看这2分拿下来，
Service tie, read the spin, great skill. Again, fantastic top spin from Waldner. Good return of service from Kong.
总体上来讲
Waldner playing to the 2 extremes, wide in one corner and then wide to the other corner. Very important point coming up though. Kong's serve still to come. And there it is, 5 match points to the current world champion and number 5 seed, Linghui Waldner.
3个的意外球。但是第2局可能
Kong
会打
though
得
with
非常
his
好。
serve to come. Can he take 5 points with the service? Difficult.
这个球，那么第3局21-18输给孔令辉，现在比分15-20。
There it is.
最终我们可以看到，
What a
瓦尔德在
fantastic
这个时候
display
呢
of table tennis. Waldner overcome by emotion, and this is a guy who's won the Olympic Games, World
对，在
Championships.
获胜之后呢，其实他并不是那么的激动，只是转身让自己冷静了一下，这种内在的情绪呢，在电视上看得非常的清楚。而战胜孔令辉呢，令他向冠军卫冕的这个道路上面呢，又跨进了一步。
21-15, standing ovation. Every member of the crowd on the feet. Ockyberg, team manager, straight out there to congratulate Waldner.
全场的观众呢，我们可以看到对瓦尔德获胜呢是非常的兴奋。
And Waldner applauding the crowd.
这样的情况之下呢，瓦尔德的下面的对手将又是一位中国的小将，而且是
The
在
block
目
off
前
the
的
end of the table.
火气非常
And
盛
it's
的
Waldner
马
through
林。
to the semi-final of the men's singles here in Eindhoven.
瓦尔德内尔在这
You
个比赛
almost
当
feel
中打得比较好，而且
for Conlon, who is clearly one of the finest players in the world, didn't do a lot wrong, but he's eliminated at the quarter-final stage, and we all await
稍后
Waldner's
继
next
续为您转
appearance.
播。